See, the background is completely blown out, and I didn't do that in Photoshop. That's on the film. I'm Stephen Wayda. I'm a photographer. I'm the most published photographer in the history of Playboy, and I've also done a large number of iconic movie stars. What I was always looking for was attitude, 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 attitude. You know, I enjoyed 95% of the people I photographed, because I tried to connect with them. I've shot such varied individuals: Jack Nicholson, Demi Moore, Arnold Schwarzenegger. You had to connect with them to get the attitude. And the other thing that I did, I made these their pictures, not my pictures. Again, whether it's Denzel Washington or Pam Anderson, I gave them the chance to move. I did not understand why you would pose models. You don't get any attitude, you don't get any life, you don't get their essence. You know, Arnold, who's behind me here, that was a tough one. The publisher of the magazine wanted him to look like a businessman. He had just got a brand new Hummer. He wanted to be photographed with that Hummer. I shot him as a businessman. He didn't really like that. He goes and changes clothes. He goes from a business attire to his black motorcycle jacket. The Hummer's sitting in a parking lot. The pictures that you see behind me, they are all into the mirror of the Hummer. And then I would come around and put him in the seat of the Hummer. I wasn't very happy because he wanted to go out. He said, we can drive down Pacific Coast Highway, we can go into the mountains, we can go off-road. What I took away from that is I don't usually listen to what the editor wants. I get what I want, and I should have gone with him into the mountains. But you know, if you look at the pictures behind me, he still had fun. I never planned to be a photographer. It's just something that happened. I had inherited my grandfather's camera. I developed a process that could take a photograph and make the reproduction in a newspaper something you can actually see, because at that time it was a letterpress, and letterpress gave you grays. I took this project to the local department store. After that, lost my job. And then I'm in Utah. I don't want to come to Los Angeles. I don't want to go to New York. I'm a country boy. I met a fellow named Dwight Hooker. Dwight Hooker was a retiring Playboy photographer that had moved to Sundance, Utah. He said, I will never be a Playboy photographer. I keep trying just the same. He takes some pictures that I do, and he says, well, send these to Marilyn Grabowski in Los Angeles. I then became Marilyn Grabowski's boy. She had access to Hugh Hefner. I then went on to change how the pictures for Playboy were being done. I became not only the most published photographer, but the only photographer that Hefner wrote a homage to.